Dallas home for podcasts, live streams, and unfiltered conversations. This is Dallas On Air.
The Groove, a podcast that's a transformational show about dance and a people's journey to success. That's just a vibe. Welcome to the couch.
The Groove, sponsored by the Flyest station in the nation, flyradio.com. Your station for music lovers. Listen live 24 hours on flyradio.com. Download our app from the Google Play Store for talent or advertising opportunities. Please call 773-FLY Diva, otherwise known as 773-359-3482.
Some stories are told with words, others with a different language. The groove. Feel the rhythm, embrace the moment. On Dallas On Air.
Welcome to The Groove. I'm your host, Adrian Carson, and I am super excited. I have one of my favorite DJs, as well as the first guest on the show, on the inaugural The Groove podcast, DJ Flyy Diva.
Good evening, Adrian.
Welcome back to the couch.
Well, thank you. But this time I'm on my couch. I got to make it over there to the studio.
Yeah, we have to do that. You have been
Absolutely.
quite busy. You have...
Hey, it ain't so.
I've deduced that you're the hardest working lady DJ that I know. And I'm just going to share with people where you have been thus far this year, and you're not done yet. So you played the Style Masters in Norfolk, Virginia in January.
Yes, and the time was had.
Yeah, and I heard all the way about it in Dallas. Then you did For Lovers Only the Valentine's Day for me at Second Friday in February.
Yes, I did.
And they wouldn't let you leave. Then in March...
It's something about that Groove Theory family. I don't know.
Listen, and we're welcome to get you back soon. In March, you were at First Fridays in St. Louis.
Yes.
I didn't even know St. Louis had
Louis.
a First Friday until you told me you were playing there.
They do. My buddy Drew Thomas, distinguished gentleman of St. Louis, he and we call it Little Dynamite. They throw a phenomenal set down there. Nice community down there.
How many days is that?
It's just one. It's actually a First Friday. That's it. Nothing
in and
else. They in and out.
Okay. All right. I love that.
In and out. Kind of like what you do with the Second Friday.
Okay, that makes sense. Then in April, you were stepping out in pink in Huntsville, Alabama.
Yes, another phenomenal event. It was a fundraiser for breast cancer awareness that was hosted by Rocket City Steppers. My buddy Nathaniel Williams, he has an all-female lineup, and that event takes place inside of the Rocket Center. I can't think of the official name of it, but the space shuttles are above our head. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, you went live there, and I was blown away about the ambiance. I thought it was super fly.
Never been in any setting quite like that one. It just sets the tone.
Yeah, it not only set the tone, it created the mood for me, and I wasn't even there. I was like, ooh. Okay. I like it. Then in April, you flew out to L.A.
Creating moods, Adrian.
Then in April, you flew out to L.A., Lala, and did a Steppers Groove. Tell me about that.
Absolutely. So it's called the Thursday Night Steppers Groove. I was invited down by a gentleman by the name of Ray Richardson. Ray Richardson is in radio, and Ray Richardson is on Fly Radio, actually.
Okay.
He's my Saturday guy. He does a show called the Throwback Jam Session, but Ray's been in radio way before my time. So he's on a station. He was on a station in Minnesota, and then he does actual talk radio, sports radio, I think, in LA. And he also does a show on flyradio.com. Phenomenal guy. He's a DJ. So what he does is, in his community, he throws a Thursday set down in LA. I believe it's first and third Thursdays. And he brought me in to set the tone for a venue that he just moved to. And I think I was date number 3 for him. He had been there for 3 Thursdays. And it was a really nice, it was my first time. It's my first time playing to LA. And believe it or not, a lot of their first time hearing of me. And it was a phenomenal time.
And you slayed it. Humble brag.
Hey,
she slayed it.
Listen, I will never toot my own horn, but they had a good time. I've yet to DJ a party where we were shutting down early because the people were leaving. So, needless to say, we were there. We were there a little bit past the time.
I've had a few of those DJs. Never to come back.
But I'm one of those DJs that at right up and down. If you tell me 11 at 10:59, I'm pulling cords out.
See, so here's the thing, and we're going to talk about this one. So then in May, you were in St. Louis again at the St. Louis Explosion.
Absolutely. Second annual group called Archway Steppers in collaboration with the Unique Steppers of Memphis. So that was hosted by Lorenzo Loudon, Greg Dixon, and Sonia Bowman. And this was number 2 for them. So after Steppaganza kind of ended, I want to say there was a year where there was nothing down there. And then this group decided to, with Irie's blessings, of course, they have the St. Louis Explosion. They actually honored Irie this last particular event. It was really nice. And it's also a fundraiser, domestic violence fundraiser. So the events that are fundraisers, they raise the money. And if not all the proceeds, a portion of the proceeds go to the groups or the people of their choice. And it's a growing event. So this year they had stepping, bopping, line dance, and 2-step. It was something for everybody to do.
I love to hear that because so often promoters don't do the thoughtful thing. And although how can I put it? A long-running, long-standing event ends for whatever the reason, people just pick up and don't really just say, hey, kind of, what are your thoughts about, we're thinking about doing this, and we think that we'll be able to represent it well, and oh, by the way, we want to honor you. I think that's really, really cool. I know I've done it. I know people have done it with me about asking questions and things of that nature. So it just really brings for a very harmonious interaction amongst promoters. We're not... You know, people seem to think that we are competing against each other, and we're just not. We're just offering people a different variety and a different flavor from our perspective of what we want to offer. I'm super excited about that. And you will be back November 13th, second Friday, Groove Theory Dallas. It's the end of year, so I'm planning something special for you. So
you know what, Adrian?
You are just now finding out about this, but that's what we're gonna do. So you just gonna have to deal with it.
You know, every single time, I want to say this is number 5 or 6 for coming to your set. It has always been on the 13th.
You know what? And Friday the 13th has always been a great day for me outside of the movie. It's just always been a great day for me. Things have always happened, but I'm not very superstitious either. So let's talk about your other things. So what you all may or may not know is you are a business savant, not a businesswoman, a business savant. And what I mean by that, I think that I have experienced most of what you are producing or have produced, or some of your businesses, like your T-shirt business. For the graduation that I had, you furnished all the T-shirts for all the graduates and all the people that was helping and participating. And those T-shirts are fly. Everybody still wears them. Then you came down and you blessed us with Flyy Radio T-shirts. I got called out a little bit because people were wearing them and I didn't take a picture. Not by you, by them. They're like, hey, where's my picture? You see my picture? Oh, I forgot to snap it. They said, when I wear it next time, it's not going to be I forgot to snap the picture. So I got threatened behind you, and I can appreciate that. And then when they saw you somewhere and they saw other people repping your Flyy Radio T-shirts, and they're like, they get a whole video, you wouldn't even take a picture of us. So there you go, getting me in trouble. So you have a T-shirt business, and what's the name of the business?
So I have streamlined everything since the first time we talked. I was in business online initially as Diva Made Customs. Diva Made Customs was custom everything, T-shirts, souvenirs, whatever, little trinkets and things. And I eventually streamlined into a marketing business. So T-shirts is still a piece of that. I do a lot of brand marketing and branding for a lot of businesses, corporations, things of that nature. Adrian. And I now go by Flyy Media. So it's Flyy Media Marketing.
Okay. All right. Okay. So now we have Flyy Media Marketing. Okay.
Yep. Everything's under that. So the T-shirts are under that. And then in addition to the T-shirts, I just do all things marketing. So I do social media marketing. And actually, I've always done these things. I told you that. But I just decided to streamline them. Instead of putting the T-shirts out front, I do a lot of things. And I do a lot of things right here for the people in the Steppers community. So in addition to your shirts, there are not a lot of groups. In most cases, if I DJ'd for a group or promoter, I've probably done some outside marketing for them, whether it was flyers, T-shirts, banners, tablecloths, something of that nature. I've pretty much made the relationship where I'm DJing, but I'm also servicing whatever need it is that they have on the marketing side. So I've done websites, all that.
Well, now you have me thinking about a request because I don't have it. What I do not have is I do not have a 10 by 10 Groove Theory Dallas or Second Friday backdrop.
Banner? Okay, absolutely. We can make that happen. Way before November.
Very good. I'll make sure I check.
Actually, today I was delivered, I did if you're familiar with the Dabneys, they do Dancing with the Dabneys on Wednesdays. And Mike Dabney, the husband of the duo, he's celebrating a birthday next week. And he says, Diva, I need something. So I did a cutout of him. He said he was 5'11". I have a cutout in my living room right now of him that I'm going to deliver as soon as we're done with this interview. So I do all things marketing. It's no job is too big or too small. Willie Bell, he's another staple here in Chicago. He does an annual birthday party. He's famous for the T-shirts. He does the cartoon T-shirts. So I have his account this year. I have the pleasure of printing off. We're already over 100, and this party isn't until October. And he told me this party can hit 400 to 500 people easy.
Oh, then I'm gonna have to step up. Okay, that's good to know.
So I do all things marketing. I've like I said, I've got my hand in a lot of different projects right here within the community. So
So you still do a DJ
Definitely
school.
reach out for your marketing needs.
You still do a DJ school and a DJ camp, correct?
It's on hiatus, but
Okay.
it's I'm gonna be rolling that back out hopefully this summer. Yes.
And you DJ, you live in Chicago and you DJ in Chicago. Where do you DJ in Chicago?
In Chicago, I DJ at the Blue Note, not every Thursday, but I am on a rotating schedule at the Blue Note.
Okay.
That's over there with Myron the R. I play with I was doing Sundays. It was myself, DJ Cross, and DJ J Boogie, and so we are at a place called the R Lounge. That's on Sundays. It replaced the Heroes,
Okay.
because Heroes caught fire. So we were
Right.
over there. Sugar's a lot of people know Sugar, Taste of Sugar. She is a instructor. She's famous for her workshops, and she does this big workshop every last Sunday of the month. So I am her resident DJ for that. And right now, that's pretty much it. I'm on call in Chicago, but those are the things that I do on a consistent basis.
We've never really talked about that before, but and you also, hold on, there's one you're missing. You
Which one am I
also
missing?
do Dre's class.
So Dre's class, I haven't done in a while.
But you were doing
But I was doing Dre and Company, and Dre, the door is open for me. So if I walked into Dre on any given Monday, I've done it, and he shoved the DJ to the side. Shout out to DJ Purpose, because that's who we have now. And funny story, when I was with Dre, DJ Purpose wanted that spot, So one day I let him play, and I said, Dre is brutal. I said, so if you're not ready, and he said, I can handle Dre. He says, I can handle Dre. I said, really? And he says, yeah. So he got up there. I said, Dre brutal. I said, Dre will stop this class and get your life together. And he says, I can handle Dre. The brother didn't last a half of a song, Adrian. And those that know Andre Blackwell, every other word is a cuss word.
Yeah,
So
he gonna let you know.
called him a couple of expletives, and he called him DJ such and such. And so from that day, DJ such and such was born. He was like, Fly, get DJ such and such off the stage right now. He stopped the whole class. And so, but when I had to get out of the way, I had to step back and take care of some personal things. And DJ such and such, he came in there and he redeemed himself. And so now he's the DJ that handled Dre's class.
Well, good for him. I'm glad he got his weight up. Okay, so now we're going to venture into some other things. You are, well, let me put it to you this way. So there was a Sunday set that Joel does every Sunday.
Okay.
And he played one of your songs.
Really?
Yeah, and it shocked a lot of people. And so
Really?
what people may or may not know, but they're going to learn right now, is you are a music producer also. And you have some hot hits that people may not know are yours. So we're going to play the number one hot hit that you told me about that people were lying about. And now they can get it on iTunes. And where else can they get Boomerang?
iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, Tidal, Deezer. It's everywhere. And you did not just throw people under the bus.
Absolutely. We tell the truth here. We tell the truth, no lies. We tell the truth because people don't always want to give people their credit, and everybody want to remix the remix, but you don't want to give credit to the innovator of it. So we're gonna play that song, and then we're gonna play your current song.
Okay.
And then we're just gonna stop there. We're gonna play them both back to back with the cover and the song, because I want people to know that this is what you created. Now, the second song that we're going to play is a song that Joel played this past Sunday, and I think Myron the R plays it as well. So we're going to stop and pause, and we're going to listen to the introduction of Boomerang, and we're going to hear Boomerang all the way through, and then we're going to hear your current hit, Caught Up. We're going to hear that all the way through. And then we're going to tease you with the last one. No.
Sure you want to play?
Oh, please understand. We're an hour show. Let's go. My engineer is ready to rock.
to a stranger without even knowing his name? Was it the best loving you ever had? Did it drive you insane? Did you keep in touch, or was it just a one-night love affair? He was everything, more than a fling. He was a breath of fresh air. He stood 6'3" over me, sexy bald head, chisel gold teeth. He was gentle, he was kind, he was on borrowed time. He snatched my soul and left the hole. He still resides in my mind. This ain't the way that I was brought up, but his loving had me caught up. He has me yearning for more, waiting on a knock at the door.
Have you ever made love to a stranger without even knowing her name? Was it the best loving you ever had? Did it drive you insane? Did you keep in touch, or was it just a one-night love affair? She was everything, more than a fling. She was a breath of fresh air. She stood 5'7", a gift from heaven. How did I let her get away? She thinks I hit it and quit it. Now she was perfect. I really wanted to stay. She was gentle, she was kind, she was on borrowed time. She snatched my soul and left the hole. She still resides in my mind. This ain't the way that I was brought up, but her loving had me caught up. She got me yearning for more. That's why I'm knocking at the door.
Have you ever made love to a stranger without even knowing her name? Was it the best loving you ever had? Did it drive you insane? Did you keep in touch, or was it just a one-night love affair? He was everything, more than a flame. She was a breath of fresh air. This ain't the way that I was. Brought up. Your love ain't got me caught up, so caught up on your love.
Sexy, sexy, sexy. Listen, I have the best engineer producer in the world. Angel was over here grooving with me. He led me in. He goes, "You had 30 seconds left." I had to quit dancing to sit down and compose myself. I unbuttoned my jacket and everything.
Oh my goodness.
Let me tell you, sexy, smooth, creamy.
Yes.
Listen, that is a song. That isn't just song that you step to. That is a song you roll into, you groove into. You're going to hear on flyradio.com. We're going to talk about that in a hot second.
Come on.
Let's talk about these two songs. I mean, back-to-back hits. It just doesn't happen like that. And no one even knew you were a producer. You knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, there are probably a few before that people don't know are me, but it's okay. We're going to keep it with these two. So, Boomerang, what do you want to know?
Well, when I think of Boomerang, I think of throwing something out and watching it come right back to you when I think of Boomerang. And so to me, just so you all know, Boomerang is an old school 18-inch remix. That song is like 5 minutes long. Every bit worth those minutes.
Yes.
And Caught Up is just that. That song is legit. What was your... I don't even want to know about Boomerang because the show will be over by the time we finish talking about that. Caught Up.
You're so funny.
How did that come? Was that personal experience or somebody sharing a story or getting some advice from you? And you're like, ooh, I got a song for you in this situation.
Well, okay, so I write. It's written and produced by me. Mm-hmm. I write poetry, but this one was inspired. It's I'm not gonna say it's actual, but it's relative. It's relative. I think that in our times that we're in now, a lot of people can relate, not to the actuality of the story, because people always come up to me like a stranger and I'd be like, stop it. But we've all been in a scenario where the hook is what resonates with me the most. And it's not the way that I was brought up, but your loving has me caught up. And that doesn't mean one thing. That can mean a lot of things. You know, right. A lot of people take it and just relate it to maybe an infidelity situation. But a lot of times we can relate to being in situations we shouldn't be in. I'm just going to say that. Whether the timing is wrong, whether the person is wrong, whether it's one of those, if loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right situations. But it's a relative situation that I wrote about. It's pretty much that simple, and the lyrics just spoke to me, and it just came off natural.
So there's a lot of role playing going on in that song because I was like, oh,
yeah,
that could be me.
Absolutely.
Back in the day. But I'm not 6'3".
That's why I said it's relative.
But I'm not 6'3", and I don't have a goatee. So
it's relative. It's relative. It's no one part that I can say yes, that was personal. You know what I mean? But it's a relative situation.
Yeah, I had to sit my 6'1" tail down. It wasn't about me. It was just about enjoy. It is totally a vibe. So I'm gonna switch because I could keep on about this for the next 30 minutes. We're gonna bring up your bio.
Okay.
Which is fire. So tell us about the bio.
Now I got to put my glasses on, Adrian.
Well, you know your history.
So I can see.
You don't have to read your history. You know it.
So I pretty much summarized the bio was kind of inspired once I started actually releasing music. I've been playing around with production for a while. And I have music I've never released. So what does that mean? I have music that I play on the scene, but it's not Shazamable. It's not available. It's not something that you can go and download. So when I decided to start that, I went ahead and did this bio. And the bio summarizes what I've done musically and where I've traveled. So right to the left, right of me, I have the cities that I've had the pleasure of DJing in. Most of those are during my time in the stepping community. In terms of my highlights, it just summarizes what I've done. So I produce, I write. I've been on radio before. I started my radio experiences actually with it was a station called WOSD. It was an internet radio station. From there, I went to Club Steppin', and then, of course, from Club Steppin', Flyy Radio was born. And then, while a lot of people think I just DJ for the steppers, I don't. I've been DJing for about, I'm gonna say 15 plus years, somewhere in the middle of 15 and 20 years. And I've done all kinds of things. I've done festivals. I've done private parties. I started out doing private parties, and I was just a mobile DJ. I would do corporate events. I've done parties not just for African Americans. I've done parties for Caucasians. I've done all kinds of events, including concerts. I've DJed for a mega church here in Chicago called the House of Hope. And so I put this bio together to let the people know who DJ Flyy Diva really is, because when you spin in certain niche markets, they box you, and they tend to think that that's all you can do. And this bio lets you know that I've done, can do, and will do more than what you guys are accustomed to when it comes to the DJ side.
Well, I want a well-rounded DJ. I don't want a genre DJ. But you have produced someone also, Rockwell. Yes. Tell us about that.
The Rockwell thing was kind of interesting. So he's no stranger to the stepping community. His hit record was Never Thought I Found Love, which was actually produced by another gentleman. And while we've seen each other and interacted within the community, he caught wind to some of my work, and he reached out to me and he says, "Hey, do you do like classic old school music?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Can you produce classic old school music?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "Well, I'm working with a group here in my studio in New York," and he says they're looking for a producer who can put together some classic old school music. So I said, "Oh, okay." He said, "Well, how soon can you get it to me?" I said, just give me, you know, a couple days a week, you know, let me spin it around and I'll send you something. Sent it to him, Adrian, and come to find out he was asking for a friend.
Oh, one of those.
He was that friend. Yeah, he was asking for a friend. So when I sent it to him, it caught him off guard. Because, like I said, people box you. Now, I'm not going to say that he boxed me, but he was expecting a hard beat mashed up on top of the beat. I sent this brother a fully produced bridge, hook, breakdown song that you can actually sing to. The bars were built. He was really impressed. And so he wasn't impressed enough, though, because he said, "Well, send me another one." I sent him another one. And he said, "Send me another one." And after I sent him 3, I kid you not, This brother had gone into his studio and recorded on all 3 songs and sent them back to me. And he said, I want you to do the whole album. So 13 songs later, he was already working on an album, and I was just supposed to send a track or 2 for a couple concepts that he had in mind. And total blessing in disguise. He went ahead and allowed me to produce the full album, which actually he's going to release sometime soon. We've already released a song called You, and it's available on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, all those things. You by Rockwell Holman, and it is produced by DJ Flyy Diva. And the next album, the album is called Love Story. You is going to be on Love Story. And the next song he's releasing is called Can We Be Together. It's a classic song. So when I say classic, I mean like it takes you back to the 70s when songs were produced with an orchestra. Okay. You know, it's got that dramatics feel. You know, that old school Philadelphia sound. That's what it has.
Black light.
And that's what he was looking for. Yeah.
Felt
that's
furniture.
What he was looking for. Absolutely. I said, what you bring it back, baby? Making music. He laughed when I said that, but that's what it is.
Oh, okay. Again, the talent is unlimitedness. So let's talk about Flyy Radio. I think we have a flyer for that. There we go. Let's talk about Flyy Radio. What you want the people to know, because I listen to it every day. How can they get it? What do they need to know?
Flyy Radio is the flyest station in the nation. And why do I say that? Adrian can attest, agree or disagree or whatever he wants to do with it. But to me, Flyy is different. It's a sound. It's a certain type of sound. So you can go to radio stations and hear the traditional songs or the same songs. I'm not a one genre, one market kind of station. So I am urban, adult, contemporary. I think we can agree with that. But at any given moment, you can hear new neo soul. You can hear throwbacks from the 90s. You can hear R&B. You can hear a little inspiration. You can hear you can hear a montage of music.
Songs to skate to.
Grooves to me. Absolutely, skating music. I've got Southern Soul Blues. Thanks to Adrian, actually, you introduced me to DJ Bubba Ye, and Bubba Ye's been aboard going on a year now. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah,
He does the grown folks spot on Sundays. And
I need to get a commission. You know what? I can't even get a commission for him. Here's what I love about this that you all need to know, especially as it pertains to me and you don't know it. I am not where I am, or I haven't accomplished what I've accomplished or accomplishing what I've accomplished by myself. There are people that I trust that always have my best interest in mind. DJ Bubba Ye knew that I wanted to have a podcast, but I wanted to own the content and I wanted to do live on air. So he introduced me to the owner of Dallas On Air. And I've just passed my year in April being here, going on year 2.
Nice.
So when you and I started talking about what you were looking for your radio station, Bubba Ye came to mind because he had his own YouTube situation on Southern Soul. I'm not really a fan of, but I can appreciate it because I love every genre of music. So I got you two together, and now he's surpassing a year or coming up on a year with you. So I just kind of want you all to know we do work together as African-American business people to help each other in their accomplish their goals and things of that nature. So with me, it's all love. I want everybody to win. We want everybody to win. So it's good. How can they get Flyy Radio?
Oh, Fly Radio is, before I get to that, Bubba Ye's show is the bomb. I thought that Southern Soul Blues was going to aggravate my internal soul, right? Because it's like when you think Southern Soul Blues, you just think like, I don't want to hear that country stuff. Listen, that show is fire. It's fire. And another thing, his show was totally against everything I envisioned, right? But I'm open-minded. That's what the whole Fly thing is. I don't want this to be a situation where I micromanage what my DJs do. I wanted them to bring the true them to this station, right? Not what we see at the sets, not I got to open up with classic music and I wanted something different. And so this brother screams and yells shout outs throughout the whole show, right? I do not like that with DJs, but when I tell you his show is amazing, I had to call him. It just flows with it. If I heard his show without the shout outs, I would say, Bubby, what's wrong? You okay? because the show is the bomb, and the music that he plays, Adrian, it's Southern soul, but I don't know if he's mashing up the music or if it comes that way because I don't listen to it, but it's throwback. It's hip hop. It's R&B. It's classic. It's the same stuff we listen to. He just got Southern soul.
He does all of the above. When I first met Bubba Ye, there was no Shazam out there. It was just SoundCloud.
No,
it was SoundCloud, and he knew all the. It was kind of like he was a radio station DJ. He had all the connections. All the artists were sending him stuff to play. He played in every club you can think of in Dallas and killed it for years.
Yeah.
So it's not surprising that, he has all of this catalog of music and he hears it in a different way. When you think of Groove Theory Dallas graduations and things of that nature, that's Bubba Ye creating all of that. I'm saying this is what I want and this is how I want to hear it. And you know how I am. I'm meticulous as hell. So he's like, yes. But he's used to me. But every time he produces, every graduation class, he's the one that curates the music as a gift to all the graduates. So it's not surprising at all that he is being Fly on the flyest radio station in the nation. So when I picked Shorty Smooth up,
two different people.
Yeah, when I picked Shorty Smooth up, guess what I was playing? He goes, "What's that? What station is that?" He looked. He goes, "Oh, that's Diva's radio station." I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh." I said, "Don't worry, yours will be on by the time you leave." Oh, so smooth. I didn't want to pull in a certain kind of way, but that's what I listened to when he jumped in the car from the airport.
You know what? Shout out to Shorty Smooth also. He is such a selfless individual.
That is my
individual.
guy.
He is so cool and so sweet. And when I started the station, I'm not going to say I called him for blessings. That's not what I was calling him for. But I did reach out to him, and he did give my blessings. He said, "You sure you want to do this? Because it's not what, it's as easy." I said, "Shorty, I'm down for it." And I actually have one of his DJs on my station, which I wanted his permission and blessing for that as well. But Shorty's been very instrumental in anything that, he himself, Myron, most of the guys are pretty helpful, but Shorty's very good and instrumental at helping if he can. He's not that brother that's gonna hate or steer you the wrong way. He's gonna give you what you need, and if he can't, he's gonna refer you to somebody who can. And I've always loved and respect that about Shorty, always.
So you have an app. I think we have a flyer for the app. Tell us about this app.
So you can download Fly Radio. We are the Fly station in the nation. You can get us directly on the website, which would be flyradio.com, and that's what the QR code is. It takes you directly to the website. If you have an iPhone, you can go to the App Store. If you're an Android person, you can get it on Google Play. You just simply go to your App Store. You type in Fly Radio. That's Fly with 2 Y's, and the logo should pop right up. It's red, black, and white logo. You just hit get on App Store, you hit download on Google Play, and the rest is history. Sit back and enjoy the ride.
So, Angel, I don't know if you can zoom in on my phone. Probably not. I don't know. I don't know how to turn it.
You downloaded the app.
Yeah, it's right up here. Right there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So let me.
All right.
Yeah, let me. Okay, Angel's giving me directions.
I see it.
So it's right here where this finger is, and when you play it, it's on my front page. So I just hit it and it comes on. Now I will tell you, if you're doing too much on your phone, it's gonna pause.
Gotcha.
So make sure you have it active in the background so it can play continuously. Just FYI. I'm a fan, so trust me. Okay, what else do you have going on? Anything else coming up? Oh, you do? Let's talk about this white party. Let's talk about this white party. We have a flyer for it. My man, Pete.
Mr. Pete Frazier. So, you know, when you make it to Pete Frazier's roster, I feel like I made it. So Pete does the Ultimate White Party every year. I'm not for certain what year this is that he's been doing this particular party, but he does the Ultimate White Party weekend. Part one, of course, consists of all female DJs, and I'm honored to be on his lineup for 2 years in a row. And then on part two would be the Saturday night where he does the big, Friday is the casual white, and then Saturday is the Stepper Sharp white. And then he has the guy lineup. And I'm not for certain, but I believe his DJs for the Friday night would be Myron, Calvin, and Cross. And then he has myself, Sermella, and Trey Nicole for the all-female lineup. And that happens at Visions. And it goes down July 10th right here in Chicago.
Which is second Friday, so only go if you're already in the Shy or Indianapolis. If you're in Dallas, don't take your butt down there to Saturday.
Now, listen.
Don't you do it.
Now, I'm going to tell you something. And I need to be slapped on the hand because I almost screwed up big time. Now, I was in LA, right? And when I was in LA, I met your buddy. Well, I knew him already, but I had a conversation with Step and B.
Yep, my dude.
And I said, B, I'm gonna have to hook up with you and sneak up on Adrian one time. And he says, well, why don't you come down in July? You know, I'm doing his birthday party. I said, right. I said, now let me go look up the flights, you know. So I'm looking up flights. I totally forgot about Pete's party. And it's by the grace of God that them flights was too high, because I'd have been calling somebody to say, I can't do this white party because I got somewhere to be. So B and I then got together in cahoots and figured out how I was going to get down there to Dallas without you knowing about it. And I was going to guest DJ your birthday party.
Oh. Well, you said was. If was a cuss, I'd be rich.
And he was so excited because he says, oh, I get to dance. You know, he said, would you play? I said, well, I was just coming to hang. He said, no, if you come, you got to play. I said, okay. And I was really working on that. And I totally forgot that I was on Pete Frazier's roster. I've been on his roster way before B and I had that conversation.
Well, that's where you're supposed to be. You are where you are supposed to be. I'm not going anywhere, God willing.
No, you can't go nowhere.
So your boy is coming up. We're going to put up my second flyer next week. Your boy is going to come up. Brought him back. Jay Boogie.
All right.
He said he got some people coming out to see him. So I know they're starting to call and reserve these tables. I told him the last 4 DJs had the place sold out, so he better get ready. I'm going to swing outside. We have DJ Trap. So this is next Friday. Tables are going quick. Okay. With every table is a ticket. You must have a pre-sale ticket to get a table. So do that. Then next flyer, the all-white party. I got
That's
Step
the
and B.
one.
I think he's probably going to do a workshop the next day, or privates
Nice.
after, I don't recall. Then DJ Crazy Q from Houston, he's coming up. So I don't think I'm going to cook. I don't think I cook on my birthday. I think I might cater that in. So for
Nice.
second Friday. So this is the only time, again, only time I have a white suit, only white party I'm going to. Just so we're clear.
That's the only one.
That's it.
That's the only one.
White suit's too hard to have clean, and I don't sit down when I go out. So, it might be a
That's why you got
variation
to
of
have-
off-white,
you
but
have
it
to
won't be
have
white.
You got to have one per month in the stepping community. You know that, right? One white suit per month.
I don't live in Miami. I'm not doing it. Them suits aren't cheap. Okay, and the next flyer we have coming up, tomorrow night, swing out class, 7 to 9 p.m. We entertain new students. Every week we have new students. We will meet you where we are, meet you where you are. We have a great time. We have line dancing from 9 to 9:45. Along with Swing Out and Groove Theory Dallas, we are heavily involved in our community. So this Saturday, we will be volunteering at North Park Center for CASA, Court-Appointed Special Advocates. It is their parade of playhouses for kids in foster care. So what happens, Flyy Diva, is all of these companies from Dallas have these bomb playhouses that they create, and we work the booth to where people can buy tickets to try to win a certain house, and then we also provide information for people that want to advocate on behalf of become an advocate for a foster kid, a kid in foster care. That's what we have coming up. This Saturday, come say hello to us. We'll be at North Park Center from 9:30 to 2 p.m. Then another organization will come in and volunteer for the remainder of the day. Then the following week, June 13th, the Groove Theory Dallas family, students, and family members and everybody will be volunteering at the North Texas Food Bank, picking and packing. From 1 to 3 p.m. So we're heavily involved in the community. We'll be doing that. And then after that, we have another initiative coming up that's near and dear to me because my sister's disabled and other people need help. So we've adopted a food pantry called Minnie's Food Pantry in Plano, where we will be taking gifts and items that they said that they're in need of for people that need the help. So we're heavily involved in the community, doing a lot of great things. And I am so glad that, we don't just dance. People think that we just dance. We don't just dance. We nurture each other. We cater each other. We hang out with each other, and we serve together. So come on down to Groove Theory Dallas. We have one more thing. You always make it so easy and so pleasant just to hang out. I'm not going to keep you this other 5 minutes because I know you have somewhere to be, and I know somebody's looking at their watch like, when is she walking in this door?
Well, real quick before you put me off, I'm community heavy as well. Flyy Radio is community heavy, so if I can assist with PSAs, taking those PSAs and put them out there on the air, just get them over to me.
And she represents everything that we do on Flyy Radio as well. So check out the commercials. They're fire.
Thank you. Now, I produce those too, Adrian. You know that, right?
Oh, I know that. And I'm glad you told them that. You produce everything. Everything. Well,
Yes,
I'm going to let you go. You mean the world to me. You're the best. Look forward to seeing you soon, and I know you're going to do a CJ. Shout out to CJ. CJ's always sneaking up on me, surprising me, showing up at my set.
She was just here.
Yeah, I know. She let me know I'm at the 50-yard line. I said, okay, that's fine. So I owe her. So shout out to you ladies for always supporting me, always being there for me, always sneaking up on the brother because I'm hard to surprise, but you always seem to do it. So anyway, talk to you soon. Thank you for joining us on the couch. Thank you for joining The Groove. We'll see you all next Wednesday, Lord willing. Be safe. Help somebody in need. Be a blessing to someone else. Take care.
Are you ready to bring the elegance back to dance? Join Master Instructor Adrian Carson.
At Groove Theory Dallas.
Chicago Steppin' Tuesdays.
Swing Out Thursdays.
Smooth music.
Grown vibes. Unforgettable.
Are you ready to bring the elegance back to dance? Join Master Instructor Adrian Carson.
At Groove Theory Dallas.
Chicago Steppin' Tuesdays.
Swing Out Thursdays.
Smooth music.
Incredible unity. Forgettable nights. Groove Theory Dallas. Where the rhythm meets the soul.